Yo, check me out, I'm elderb. It's a not impromptu, it's scheduled as well, so unscheduled surprise. None of these things really make sense for it. But it's a quick, maybe not quick, we'll see. That's enough adjectives on what tonight's stream is. We're checking out a new game that's upcoming by a solo developer. Nice fella named Jack. He's got this game going called Vitrified. It's a Metroidvania. You can see next to the sandworm there's a little robot fella. That's kind of like what I gather is the progression, is that you upgrade your robot. His abilities help you along the path to I don't know what end. That's pretty much all I know about this game. But I've been saw it on Steam quite a while ago. I think the sandworm caught the eye, and then checking into it. It's not like anything I usually play. So tonight we're going to give the demo a try, see what's what, hopefully provide some feedback for the developer, and then maybe bring some more attention to it for folks that swing by. Tea of the evening is Fireside Vanilla Spice. It's time for Vitrified. Now I had a controller. It says to grab a controller, so I did so. So there's going to be a little bit of a mic delay as I reach over to grab the mute button so I can cough and make old man noises. Well, let's just jump right in, see what's what. I didn't even really sound test. So you're seeing it as I'm seeing it for the first time. I'm usually very wary. Okay, that said X, but it was A. That's obviously prompted for PlayStation controller there. I'm very wary usually on kind of the Charlie Brown talking, but that does alright there. No, that was X. Okay. Idle animations always crack me up. It looks like they're challenging each other. Like, who's huffing and puffing harder? Good particle effects. I like the little bits going around. Okay, so we have some hydration mechanics. Upper left, I'm assuming, is his stuff. Alright, where can we get some juice for our friend? That, there we go. Looks like a battery there. This sandworm skeleton was in the preview. It's very eye-catching. Very foreboding. Okay, that wasn't... Oh, that's for me. Looks like... This is very New Vegas. Dead in a hole, somebody comes to rescue. Somebody, rather. A robot. Okay, so we can do... Raiders. Roll. Okay, so right punch, left kick, and then roll. Hopefully we can find homeboy some power so we're not just bailing on him. Ooh, okay. Now I assume that's power. A little platformy. I suppose that's like half the thing with Metroidvania. Don't know if I can run. I mean, he looks very runny the way he's going about it, but okay, it's like a jump. Alright, getting home. So we have raiders that dumped him. Alan? Raiders that dumped him, but with a desire to get home. Speak to the wonderful woman. Okay, I didn't know, yeah, if there was like a follow me mechanic, but he just comes along with. I assume this will be kind of where it starts doing the how, you know, he kind of helps you. Don't know what his stuff is yet. Obviously power's on the right up there. There's some more goods to the right. I think, yeah, that's my food. Right stick, Y. I don't. It's like Y, right stick, Y, but. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that was cool. Let's go kick some bug butt. I didn't get to see Alan fight. That was probably a mistake there, but okay. That's cool. If you send him away, he kind of comes with. I need to do better at not just getting schmacked around there. Alan, you alright, buddy? Okay, that's cool then. Now is that health or okay, so the kind of food pack is health. Let's plus that up, that up. I don't know what water is going to do to us if we get dehydrated. Let's not find out though. Alan, do some goods. Why? So it'll stick to that bit there, and as soon as if I miss it and then I go back to stick to it. Okay, it still worked. It still worked. That prompt didn't quite seem like it was going to work out, but it did. Disregard. I assume I should have been on that, so I could have gotten whatever that was. 10,000 newtons. Okay, we have Archer. I wonder if Archer is a wolf? And if that note was from the wonderful woman? The jump distance seems a little off from what you're expecting for him to grab. Like, I felt like I wasn't going to make that. I mean, this is nitpicky stuff, right? Like, so far, you move around well. The music is fitting. Like I said, the Charlie Brown teacher talking is like where you want it to be. There's some games where they just like overdo it and it just seems like it's actually doing Charlie Brown stuff. I kind of want to see Alan take this dude out. Or kind of get his butt kicked. What's going on there? So I feel like I can get like 2 punches off and then I need to get out. Okay. That was better. Improvements are being made. Alright, so we need to find where Past the Wolves is. I don't feel like going this way is... I'm kind of hoping you get, you know, like a gun or some type of weapon. Oh, well that makes sense. I totally would have bypassed that. Maybe be able to drink straight from the source there as well. So you don't have to do like a refill, drink and then refill. Again, I'm just going to blab through all the, and run into a mosquito. Blab through all the nitpicky stuff. Okay, so now I need to be careful. Okay, you can't just talk to Alan. Heal me, please. Because I need you to take this fight. I'm going to get mad. I wonder if he's like... There's no way he's like indestructible. He's got to have some limitation. I do want to... Can you use that to peek? No, okay. This is a little risky, but... Nah, it's all good. I haven't tested... Let's get a helping hand here and see. I don't know if you take fall damage. This might kill me, but... Well, I kind of bounced off the edge there, but I think you don't. Well, you take mosquito damage, though. Let's do something that seems a little more productive. I do feel... And it might just be me. I'm not used to these type of games. But I feel like the combat is a little spammy at the moment. Now, granted, it's been, what? We've been playing for like 6 minutes. Okay, got like another sandworm skeleton bit. Crafted by man, then, eh? I'll be interested to see. I don't know if you can interact with the boxes. I didn't really try until then. Interested to see, you know, kind of the story behind it. Like, what time frame are we in? And I know that's not usually... Okay, we don't have whatever this is. Very helpful. Are you... You can't do anything about that even, can you? Yeah. Did I just get myself stuck? Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize there's a map there. Okay. What is... Oops. Well, I needed water anyway. What can I do here? Except have Alan jump up and jump and jump. Oh, I forgot I can dodge. Well, this isn't great just because I have no idea. You know, we haven't come across any hints for that by any means. But the big thing is, what now? Can I... Okay. I was like, there has to be something. There's no way you're just like, oh, sorry, you're stuck. Okay. Let's take another look here. There's obviously going to be something with that boulder there. I suppose we're going to have to push it down into that pit to be able to get back out. Curious to see what this shaft is over just below the W, and then obviously to the wolves. Something like kind of like sloshy, which I don't know if that's intentional for the footprints, but good sounds so far. Ambient sounds are cool. You get kind of like the water dripping every once in a while. I don't know why I thought going across the chasm there would be a better move. Okay. See, before, yeah, there we... A little wonky there, but it works. I know this isn't where I said I was going to go, but now I want to see what's up. We definitely need that. I wonder too, like what type of, because with Alan's bits in the upper left there, I can't use whatever that piece was that I picked up. You'd have figured that out already. 412. I don't know what the clue would have been to have used my brain, but I'm glad that piece of paper is there. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what the potential clue was that you could have seen yourself. I think I keep accidentally hitting the drink button. 'Cause all of a sudden the bottle will be empty there. Yeah, we'll go back there in just a second. Oh, God, that scared me. Oh, get up. Do something. Oh, I could have. Cool time to run away, Alan. Yeah, thanks. Would be nice if the rock there would collide with the web. Yeah, I'm kind of curious on this situation. I don't know if maybe, you know, Alan takes a couple hits. You have him, like, power down or something. Like, it freaks. Has anyone ever seen that movie? Like, is that something that people have actually watched? I need to get better at rolling away there. Oh. Okay, that's time-based. I thought maybe you could struggle your way out. Is that a new part? No, that's what we already had one of. Oh, okay. Catches me off guard every time, I'm not gonna lie. I was about to say he's gonna torch me in a second. Where? Okay, this is the path intended the whole time here. Alright, so 412 at the code, and then we'll continue on for the wolves. Oh my goodness, I just realized that I didn't even consider it. Like, I was like, I wonder if you can interact with the crates. Oh my gosh. Hopefully that dude can't fit through here. Oh, he can. And Alan's been webbed. No, I'm webbed. Okay. You can't use food when you're on the ladder, which makes sense. Agree with that. Yeah, that you can spam it a little bit. I think maybe if Alan took like a hit or two, and then would kind of like power down for a second, because otherwise I can just hide around the corner and let him fight everything. Does this bring all the way up? I should probably do that. Crack open these boxes. Yeah, I need to do like a hit and roll. I'm not a huge fan of where you can roll away and like avoid damage. That's me though. That's not, you know. Souls weirdos will be like, what do you mean? It's amazing. Okay. Yeah, it's funny, I questioned how to interact with the crates and didn't even like do one of the things that you do to interact with stuff. So we can just go, it doesn't matter, we'll go left and then the hop up there after that first drop. I'm trying to think of the last kind of Metroid style game that I've even played. I mean, as far as the Metroid series itself goes, like probably not since the one on, you know, I don't even know what it's considered, the one on Game Boy, I guess, would be the original. I mean, that's probably the last time I played one, realistically. I never did like the Prime or, you know, I don't even know, you could name some and I'd be like, sure. You know, I'm not like super knowledgeable on the genres and such, but I feel like Castlevania would fit into that mold. But again, the last one I played would have been like Symphony of the Night, probably. It's been a few years since that came out. I think the thing that makes me hesitant on them is kind of what has taken place. And this is like a minor gripe, right? Like, if you didn't know, well, that's the point. But the back and forth stuff, when you're like, okay, I finally got, let's keep pushing this and just see what that takes us. You're like, I finally got this tool or that weapon or, you know, whatever. Can you, well, the letter's there, so that's probably not going to let you do anything. Yeah, that's kind of what the whole progression is based on, right? There we go. Like the double pickup, save some time. Was there any, no, benefit. You might as well just go down. Handle's nice. Controls responsive. I really hope my controller doesn't die here. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the Okay, that didn't work out. Alan, save me. What the hint would be for the code there. I don't know if there was something on the map or, you know, something was listed in the previous messages. Yeah, I know it's the thing, right? Like that's the thing. But the rolling to dodge, this is just me personally. It's always kind of like, ugh. You just like get away from getting injured. You just roll around the whole time. Gigantism experiments. Okay, I feel like that's a little bit of a hint on the sandworm potential issue. Alright, now we're back up. And then gonna go back the way we came. I probably should just go up. I think I went that way. Probably should go up and like look for crates and stuff, but direct route to wolves, we can go up the ladder with the big spider area. Yeah, I like the no fall damage. You would think that would be like, oh, so unrealistic, but no. Like, I don't particularly care to have my map open the whole time, I just have. But it's nice to be able to do that, and you can not worry about breaking your legs. I gotta imagine the most, I guess complex would be the word for it, part of making a game like this would be the level design, because it's literally like, it's like another character, as cheesy as that sounds, but you know, your interaction with everything has got to be, that's what kind of keeps you engaged. Like, you know, I'm interested in the story, like who's doing experiments, who are the bandits, but realistically the big thing is what kind of environment I have to face. Okay, I was about to say, I think they're robots, but I can't tell based on just that. Hopefully it pauses if my controller dies. I didn't even try, like, I didn't attempt any keyboard controls, but when it tells you, hey, use your controller, well, you know, you just use your controller. There we go. I think that was maybe me that was wonky on that jump a little earlier. Did we go up? I don't remember. Again, this is me wishlisting stuff rather than saying that like this game actually needs this. But I wonder if, not like a fog of war, but almost like if it kind of grayed out if you hadn't been there. And that should be something you can turn on or off, because I imagine purists want kind of no map realistically, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit necessary. Otherwise you just drive yourself crazy jumping up and down the whole time. Some type of marker for, you know, I've been here already. It's kind of what I'm reaching for. The spider webs are a little annoying, but that's kind of the point, right? Gives them their kind of their special attack, if you will. On the same note that I think Alan should like not constantly fight, right there, Alan was fighting him, but the spider was still spinning web at me, so I'm not sure. I'm imagining though that, you know, it's kind of gonna kind of focus on the player. I didn't fight him before, I let Alan take care of this, so we'll see how this goes. We've gone worse. I almost commented on the respawn there, but obviously that makes sense. Like, you can't just come out of an area for a while and then go back to it and be safe. I don't know if I've come out of any fight unscathed yet. Turd. Marvin. I'm very tempted to punch Marvin, but we're gonna take the high road on this one. Is that just like a weird gate? Okay. I like the art style, but I think there's a little bit to be said about it because I don't even know what this is. Like, it kind of looks like a gate with like wire strung around it, and this kind of looks like an old dead bird, but you know, I don't even know if that's the intent. Alright, the wolves look very friendly. Back to the usual, getting our butts kicked. Alright, so they do a run and lunge. Maybe that's like carcasses that the wolves have eaten. Jeez, 3 of them. Just come here and start swanging. Crunch. That looks like not friendly water. Alan doesn't care. Give me that green stuff. I feel like I have to get... Yeah. Oh no! That's not good. Okay. Can he, like, throw me? No? I don't really know what to do about that. Can't move those rocks. I mean, that's a perfect spot for a rock to get in there. I don't think I can do... I didn't have anything back here, I don't think. I guess that might be like an invisible fence for the wolves, maybe. Marvin, I think... Let me try something with tigers here. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, I'm glad this didn't work. I'm glad you're still with us. Okay, I don't think I have a solution for the poisonous goo. Can I get you... There we go. I was like, there's got to be something else in the environment. Yeah, well, if you take 2 seconds to look around, you'll see it. Ooh. I didn't know if I was going to make that. Thank you. That is a big wolf. Please have some yum-yums. I don't know what those do yet. Alan, I kind of need you to take this one, bud.
Mm-hmm.
He will eat you. You know what? I don't believe you. I took a chance there and it worked out. I didn't know how that was going to go. A wonderful woman. You're a huge murder wolf, but yeah, we scared you.
Oh.
I picked my tea up and I'm a little worried that she's like in in fight mode right now. So I'm gonna sip and then we'll go see. Yeah, because I don't really want to mess with... Okay, good. It's like, it looks like she's about to pull a weapon. And I think Big Bad Wolf will have something to say about that. Ah, yes, of course. Okay, there we go. I'm assuming the parts that we have 8 of are probably how we're going to do the upgrade here.
Oh.
The worm fields. I'm assuming we'll get like some type of boost. Because to the left was that cliff that was next to that mosquito.
Oh.
Archer will eat you. I like how he's bigger than her house. Oh. I keep like being very cautious and wary of fall damage. You... Okay. I think you obviously should be able to push the button. But I'm thankful that Alan can. Oh, okay, I see. Worms was all the way. I imagine we got out... I didn't pay attention. I didn't find the map until a touch later. But I imagine we got out of the pit, like, just underneath and to the left of where it says bugs there. So we've got to go surface side. Oh, there is a ledge there. Okay, I didn't see that before. If you will, good sir. Okay, I don't know why I did that, because I don't know what I expected to be able to do here. Clearly I can't make that. This is a little bit of what I was concerned about with the repetition of going back and forth, because I feel like if you had... Oh, okay. There we go. I didn't think it was letting me go right for a second. If you had like an upgrade for Alan to get you up there, you could kind of not do the stuff I've already done like 3 times. I don't know why I'm fighting him. Maybe that's another thing too. I'm more apt to avoid the fights because I don't have anything to gain out of them. Now I don't know what a giant spider would drop for you. Like, I guess you could just do, you know, kind of standard video game stuff, and for some reason giant spiders have food on them, but I think my controller is starting to die. But like, I really don't even want to encounter them because I don't stand to gain anything. The only thing that can happen is I lose some health. Is this even the best way? Yeah, it'll do. So, you know, when I'm trying to manage health and... Maybe the mosquito's kicking my butt. I don't want to comment on, like, you know, the combat's too hard. I don't think so. I just don't think that that's... You know, I don't think it's the kind of combat that I usually partake in the old gaming games. So I think that's all that is. I don't think it's a matter of it not being paced right or anything like that. Alright, so just keep going left. We should be good. I mean, the AI pathing is pretty impressive, though. It might be... You did. It might be something that's super simple, but, you know, for me not having developed anything. Okay, now I'm interested because I've lost more health than the position I was in. I can't really do anything about that. So I kind of have to be a spectator at this point. Okay, well, at least me being a dummy earlier and not realizing that You could crack open boxes, even though I mentioned I wonder if what you can do with boxes. But I like that it wasn't explicitly mentioned. I don't like hand-holdy stuff. They might be a little too tough, considering they're like the second enemies you come across. I don't know what would be the appropriate number. You know, it's not like you want to smack them once and they're done, but they also seem to be attacking on like a time that I was completely ignoring and just running in and getting punched all the time. I don't know what happens when that happens. That's the second time that's happened too. I go to roll to the right and something's kind of caught me in like an animation loop. And it like makes me leap up and to the left. I kind of want to aggro this and then go down the hole. No, Alan. Back. Anytime you play demo 2, I'm always curious of the limits of it. Like when, you know, kind of when do we see the end? Just for sake of like, you know, it gives you a better idea of what the next kind of area would be like. You know, what the progression looks like, things like that. Yeah, I think you need to like get close to them. Have them do their first swing. Okay, get you that rock then. Ooh, let's get out of the way though. Okay, it could have been close. There we go. Very much take that food, thank you. Alright, to the worm fields. I've literally talked about what I should do here. Yeah, that I'm not sure what. I think it's something that I'm doing there. Kinda. Can you. Like, there's a good example. Going left stick. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I can figure out what it is that I'm doing there. Okay, music abruptly stopping is ominous. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this fence piece, but something... I don't know, maybe like a double rock, you know, like where you jump up on the rock and then there's a big rock so the mobs can't cross it, but it's minor thing, but it's slightly jarring. You first. Oh, okay. That's quick. All right. Am I losing? No, okay, good. I was gonna say, am I losing health each time I die here? So you get a shake, you gotta dodge, and then you kind of have to go back. Maybe dodge back to the right. Okay, dodge, dodge. See if I can do it twice. The rocks is kind of a bummer. Obviously, you know, like, whatever. But if I've got to jump over a rock, but I also need to dodge. That's the first time I saw him say, let's take it real slow, so I stopped to read it. Crunch. That's a cool sound when it eats you. Okay. Doesn't help if you roll twice in the same direction. I didn't think he had popped up yet. I do wonder if going slow matters. Sure seems to. Kinda? No? They're coming for you at some point. I don't know here. Maybe like a little bit more. I don't know which direction they're coming from. Okay. That makes sense. Very tremors. Because to me that sounded left to right. And very faintly so. Please start me on the rocks. Jeez. I rolled back into his mouth at that point. I'm not sure. Again, this might just be me, but I'm not sure what. I don't want to call it the fix, but what the tweak here is. This looks stressful. What's up, Knight? How you doing, man? Yeah, this is a solo developer's demo for Vitrified. And it's different. It's different for me anyway. I'm not a Metroidvania guy. It's like I'm trying to pick up on what the subtle cue is to not get murdered. I've tried slow. I think I'm just going to try and beeline it. Kind of. Okay. One success. I think that was lucky. I definitely didn't successfully dodge that. Time to crank. Just like hold me in your arms, Alan, and sprint across the field, if you will. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a rock checkpoint would be fantastic. Otherwise, Archer can go get his own ball. Okay, I'm waiting just a second too long. That's why I'm getting crunched on there. Okay. Progress is being made. We find it more fun, challenging, or frustrating? I think it's so to be very honest, for me it's not super fun, but that's not the game's fault. This just isn't quite my type of game. It's got, I think I'm too early in to call it challenging also at this point. So I think there needs to be a little bit of adjustment on some of the things. But he's got a good base here. Like, combat is a slightly repetitive, plus like, and I don't want to take my abilities, if we'll call them that, for our lords. You know, me getting my butt kicked by these things is not an indication of it not working well or not being designed well. Okay, at least we get a checkpoint over here. But I also think it's hard to judge too much on a demo, right? Like, oh geez, you gotta fight and get away from these things. Because you can't quite get a sense even yet on what the progression will feel like. We're going after a wolf's ball for that's what all this is for. You know, because obviously, like, just kind of picturing, I imagine Alan's going to be able to jump higher, you know, have stronger attacks. But I also am kind of curious, like, will we ever be better at fighting? Will we have more health, stronger attacks? more water, that type of stuff. But just like any game like this, right? Like, you've got to get to these areas and get the sequencing right and the timing on stuff. And I think for a while there, that one seemed like it was off to me, but again, it's probably just me. The big thing was for games that are like super challenging, right? Like, what am I thinking of? Nine Souls is pretty recent, but what's the one I'm thinking of specifically? Games that are kind of along this vein. Like, it became this thing that people wanted it to be like touch repetitive at this point. People wanted it to be really hard and like, oh, I finally beat what such and such. And I hate Souls likes, and that's always what I think about when I think about like, oh, this game is so hard. And it's like, okay, but is it fun? And most people that talk about Souls likes, oh, I forgot we're doing one at a time. I was like, where is Alan when you need him? They talk about like, oh, it's fun because you beat it. And I'm like, I don't think that's accurate. Like, if the game has to be fun itself. So I think this could be either, if you balance this like worm dodging out, for instance, and made it a little easier to get by, but if that's not the intent, if the intent is to be one of those games where it's a little harder, then this is kind of the thing that you would expect. Yeah, for me it was too hard to get frustrated and stop having fun. I don't, yeah, I mean, I gather you've played some Quest games, so I imagine you're of a touch on the older side, if you don't mind me saying. So I'm an older dude, right? Like, obviously games are frustrating. I'm having to do the same worm jump over and over again. Like, that's not as good as it could be. But like, I don't get frustrated. I don't really understand when people talk about like rage quitting and stuff like that. So, but obviously I know exactly what you mean. Like, at some point here, I'm going to be like, okay, I don't want to get eaten by a worm anymore. But again, if that's the demographic you're going for, where like you want that group of gamers that like is going to get mad at it, walk away for 5 minutes, and then be like, I know I can beat that worm, like, then this is the game. He's doing what you should do for that kind of thing. Not that food matters when you're going to get wormed, but... And I don't know, I probably should look, I don't know where along in development he is. I'm not sure if this one says release in 26 or if it's a TBA. But, you got to get the basis for this kind of stuff, and then you can do your tweaks and have you die over and over again. Fine if it's tough for a purpose in the flow of a game, but not when it's hard just to be hard. Yeah, I hear that. And I think this has throttled up sufficiently well anyway. Nah, I don't like that. You get stunned by the enemy, and then the worm gets you anyway. When we started, it was kind of like these mosquitoes were the only enemy, and then there were different mosquitoes, and then there's spiders, and then there was a big spider. So like, I feel like the throttling for difficulty is there, but this part is like, you just kind of have to get better at timing, and for some reason I haven't had that happen yet. I think I keep hitting the thumbstick when I don't need to, and I think that might be part of the weird thing it's doing on directional control too. Maybe I'll try to stop doing that and see how it does. I was gonna say that's my first time, or maybe it won't matter. That's my first time not getting hit in a fight, but then I took a hit. Then I ruined it all. I think the jumping, like when he kind of springs up, I think that has something to do with my thumbstick input. Yeah. I think maybe if you're faced away from the way you dodge, it kind of like leaps you into the air there. So like I said, I think some of this having to repeat it is induced by me. Yeah, dude, just like hold me and go for a sprint. Let's get out of this thing. Oh my god, I saw it coming too. I was like, you're not dodging the other way. You've been running that way too long. Because, like, the sound cues, I think, are there enough, like, to have you not die repetitively like I am. Jeez, that guy messed me up. But again, it's hard to feel it out, right? Like, it's hard to feel out what exactly he's going for. If he's going for the hard, I think this is the kind of thing that you do. But if not, I don't know, vary how close together they come out of the sand versus go in. Do, you know, some other kind of indication that they're about to breach the sand. I think the other thing is, too, I start blabbing right when they're about to come, so... Yeah, that kind of, like, subtle rise in the audio of them popping out of the sand is probably what I'm missing. Just a furious clicking of thumbsticks. Oh, okay. Now there's something that needs some adjustment. You get on the rocks, on the first set of rocks, and he's like, okay, we're safe on these rocks. No, you're not. Not if he's in the process of breaching. I actually think the sandworm here is a little smaller than the... No, okay, maybe not. I was going to say than the skeleton you see. I get a little too... oh, man, that's a bummer. I get a little too ballsy there. I'm like, just punch one more time. He won't hit you. Okay, okay. Oh. Alright, well that's unfortunate. Controller has died. I will be right back. Bear with. I feel like that was very like 16-year-old, maybe less. Mom, my controller's dead. Fresh batteries. Let's do this. That's what the problem was. Oh, I knew it. As soon as I dodged and heard it, I was like, oh, you did it too early. What is the last game I played with controller on the old compy here? Dome Keeper, maybe? Yeah, probably. I didn't check that to see if it was a controller game. I would have been slightly more prepared, maybe. Sorry, we'll make it through it. So the worm is on, like, the... They don't call it a thumbnail for a game, but the box art, we'll call it. So, like, obviously that was going to be a main thing in it, but oh, too early. At this point, I kind of feel like we're like in worm dodging simulator. I think what would probably, like, not have it be quite so much of a crunch your little body on repeat. If you only needed to do, and maybe you do, and I'm just not timing it right, but if you only needed one dodge to get out of the way. But I feel like if you dodge and then just stand there, you're still in, like, that like radius of the jaws there. I suppose that'd be circumference. Alright, don't shake. Good. But yeah, to your point, Knight, this is definitely more of like a... Like, this point is challenge, right? Like, it's cool to see the worm for the first time, because, you know, you've seen the skeletons. It's on the box art, we'll call it. But, like, this is only challenging. The fun is gone. Just punch that mosquito before we get eaten because we're frustrated with him. I suppose I could dodge past him. I don't know why I keep fighting these things. I don't know if it will... Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know what it'll do when I get to the rock, though. But yeah, he'll just hang out. Watch my robotic friend sprint by him. I honestly didn't know how it was gonna handle that, if he was gonna stop and start fighting in the desert there. Alright, that's a better strategy. Except for that. I kind of forgot about that. If I dodge past the mosquito too early... That's alright. I'll take one hit to still survive. I thought it got me. That's why that crunch sound is cool. You definitely know you're dead after you hear your bones turn to squish. This game does not allow for enough tea sipping, though. Okay, we have not made it past this bit yet, so let's do this. I kind of felt like that was it too. I was like, oh yeah, you got this timed up. Well, now it's just becoming a habit. Need a death counter for this game that I can just keep ticking up. Go away, mosquito. And if the goal is to make it challenging, I would almost vary the sound of the breaching and the re-entry a little bit. Because I can see that every time. I can see that adding to people too, like, you know, I'm listening to the zoom, zoom, and obviously that's the point, right? You're supposed to be able to learn from that. I think I just, like, the edge of his little tooth caught me on that one. See, on that dodge, I think I could have stood still. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's part of my problem too. I'm like trying to double dodge and it's not even really necessary. I think though that I would have been too close, so who knows. Listen to me trying to act like I'm figuring this thing out. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Thank God indeed. Yeah, I think all the notes are there for that section. Now here's the thing, right? If I get up here and I get Archer's Ball and I have to do that again, I have a feeling I'm going to fight something here. Then we're going to have words. Better try the worm way. I don't know if that, maybe there'll be like a worm fight or something. Nope. Ooh, that might be a misstep. Unless you're gonna send me to the right every time I die. Oh, okay. They're being random? wait for Alan that time. No time for you, Alan. Let's go. Come on, you gotta get all the way back. Oh, that's a bummer. The rocks are right there. I'm gonna have the ball in my hand, huh? Oh, Alan goes on. Okay, I missed that. He just blurred past me. And it's going after him. Okay. See, that'd almost be cool too. I think that's the same one that got me before. If there was like a, you know, they breached even if you weren't there type thing. Oh, that was close. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's still Alan's. Because that one from the left sounds like it's just now catching up here. Okay. That was our nemesis worm. We got this. We got this. He's going to breach before I hit the rock. Okay. Don't think this was it, though. I think there's one more patch. Alright. Put me on those rocks. Come on. You know you want to. You did. Love it. I like how Alan could like draw them and run past them, but he's like, alright, I'm gonna go over here, bye. Yeah, if you dodge too early, you end up like right in their jaws. I do feel like some music too would like kind of, you know, like if you had some like jamming music to something to bop your head to, if you will. Takes the sting away, you know, because you'd be like, it's cool, I'm still jamming. Yeah, that would help. Yeah, that's I kind of just realized that we're just kind of listening to the same worm noise and the wind blowing, and it's kind of like, yeah, it just missing something there. Alright, worms over. The bugs from before that are still dead here, so we might not even have to fight anything. We'll go see what the wonderful woman is going to upgrade Alan with here. Can you push that? No, okay. I don't remember if we pushed that to begin with or not. Alright, we are doing some fighting, but we're plenty fooded up now. And now I'm a pro at dodging. I don't really see a difference either between the punch and the kick. I don't know what, maybe like, you know, the spiders you would punch. And the mosquitoes and flying stuff, if there are any more, you know, you'd kick them for being in the air. I don't know, something along those lines. I don't know if there's a way up at that large drop-off that we're about to approach. I don't remember if we'd been up that way or if we were just kind of only in the underground. Yeah, and again, the incentive to take these fights. Like, why wouldn't I just roll past these things? Especially because they respawn. Catch me, Alan. Yeah, I think maybe like this spot needs to be shifted just a little bit left because it doesn't quite feel like you should have made that. Just graphically, it kind of is slightly jarring. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have been through. Wait a second. How did? Oh, okay. We're gonna have to go. Oh yeah, this is kind of what I'm talking about with the Metroidvania bit of it. We're gonna have to go through the same spot we've been through. I think this is the fourth time. Went there for the code, went back to get up top, had to come back through, so it's at least the fourth time. So if all the, you know, the big spiders there and stuff, it takes that, like, oh my goodness, look at this big spider. You went the wrong way too, because you're not looking at your map. Away from that first encounter with it. Because after you see it again, you're like, oh yeah, okay, here's the big spider again. So doing the little spiders again, you know, whatever, that's fine, because you didn't destroy a nest, or whatever you want to game it away with. But again, I'll just get up here. Okay, well, I could have. Homeboy ruined it. If they weren't quite so close on the ladder, it would have been like before, where I could just kind of sit off to the sidelines and let Alan handle it. I'd be interested to see, let me repeat myself for some reason, what the next area looks like. Are you always in the desert? So there's a lot of questions here, and like, obviously it's a good, thank you, dead large spider. Obviously the demo is supposed to get you like cliffhanging, right? Like, it's supposed to generate questions that you want to buy the game to find out more. So well done in that regard. I don't think that's me. I thought it was maybe my controller dying, but I think when you come off the ladder, now it's not doing it. Come off the ladder and I was holding the direction to go. It was just like stopping. It's kind of weird. Marv! I feel like, though, because I think we've seen everything that's in the trailer, I think this is maybe demo complete when we come back here. I hope not, because I want to see, you know, like I said, the upgrade. It's also a little bit of a bummer that you don't get any type of explanation on what the parts are for Alan up there. We know the battery charge, but as far as I know, he doesn't like, you know, he doesn't have like an energy bar or anything like that you can tell his battery's depleting. I like the graphics though, and our avatar. Yeah, I do too. The art style is cool. I kind of giggled about the... That was weird. It's like something was running. I kind of giggled about the idling animations, because the robot and him were facing each other. If I can recreate it here. And it kind of looked like, you know, they're squaring off. But no, the art style is cool. The assets are cool. There's definitely a lot of potential. She's like, no, that's not it. You have to go back through the worm field. I'm also curious. Are you gonna... Okay, I was gonna say, are you gonna get to pick? So you can throw... And all that stuff, I'm assuming, is kind of full game only. I hope you get an explanation of it, though. There we go, okay. I can't quite get a sense, you know, with just the silhouette of it, what the other abilities would be. There's like pushing something, I don't, maybe that's combat. He looks like a fish there. I don't know what that is. Can see that his light, I don't know what, and I don't know what we got going on here either. Maybe it's a punch and his kick. Okay, cool. Yeah, gives you a boost. I mean, natural fertilizer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. Thank you for playing demo. Journey home continues in the full game. Please wishlist Vitrified. It is on the wish list. I had to look up Vitrified also. I was like, when I was Googling it, other things, like the type of tile. I'm like, wow, okay. You probably should have known the definition of that. If you have any feedback, found a bug, or want to stay up to date with development, please join the Vitrified Discord. Yeah, I think overall, kind of walked through, I'll call them my gripes, because I think there's a lot of good going on here. The worm part, obviously, you know, either you did exactly what you were looking to do and made it very difficult, where you've got to really work on your timing and stuff like that. Combat, I feel like there needs to be some incentive. You know, why am I going to fight this thing when I can just roll past it? Especially when they respawn, that's the big thing. If I can wipe out a whole area and then kind of traverse back and forth unharmed, you know, that's an incentive all on its own, right? Like, I'll be low on health after I fight the big spider, but if I'm going to go back through and get killed by a mosquito, then, you know, why bother with any of it? We just chatted about it. Art style is great. Sound effects are good. You know, I know you're going to flesh it out with more music, but the music that you've got in here is very fitting. That would have been a good breakup for the monotony and the worm bit, but I'm excited to see what you got. I would probably recommend little more bits and pieces of things that make you want to know more. Like, give us just a touch more of the story, because we're going home, we got thrown in a pit by bandits, but we like, give me a little bit more why, so I'm intrigued for it for the main game. And the same thing with the upgrades for Alan. You know, kind of show when we're looking at the silhouette what that is. You get the idea when you're looking at it that it's going to be in the main game only, but even if you put, like, you don't even have to write, you know, upgrades available in the main game. Just like have it blacked out the same way you do, but tell us what it is. Because like when you're like, oh, that's going to be cool that he can whatever. And then if there's any intent to do any upgrading with us, which I assume there's not, right? Like the draw is really, you know, that Alan is your source of progression, but kind of just a touch more taste of what more is to come. I know you're making this on your own. Hats off regardless, right? Like, if you release this right now as your Steam game for free, and obviously I know that's not your intent, but that's an accomplishment all in itself. So awesome job all around, man. Just having a Steam page up with a demo that you released, that's awesome. That's worth applauding for sure. But yeah, that's the demo for Vitrified. Jack is the developer. Not that I'm doxing the man, it says it right there on the intro page when you play it. I recommend it. Give it a try. See what you think about it. It does remind me of like its inspirations, right? Like I said, I hadn't played many of those, so it's a little difficult for me to just like kind of pick out the bits and pieces for similar games. But I like a game, especially one made by a solo developer, where they wear their inspiration on their sleeve. You know, you've got a game that is going to be compared to these other games, so don't hide it, right? Like, take the good parts of it and make it happen. Well, that's going to be all the yakking I'm going to do for tonight. Tomorrow, if you're a US folk or celebrate just for funds, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So if you do celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. If you don't, you might as well follow the American way and stuff some slathered up gravied meats into your mouth and various side dishes. We don't need a special day for that. Just have at it. Happy Thanksgiving indeed. I will be working, unfortunately. But no stream for tomorrow, not only because it's Thanksgiving, but because of that. Back on Friday, back on My Day Friday, playing Quest for Glory 3 once again. I think maybe we won't quite finish it on Friday, but we'll be close. Saturday will be DayZ again, continuing Deadfall Adventure Day 2. And I've been playing this morning in preparation for Sunday, for Kerbal Space Sundays, because I'm just out of tune enough that it will be me fumbling around. It'll be like the worm, me running around back and forth in the worm fields. There's a lot of games on sale right now, so next week starting, at least 2 days next week, I'm going to throw some extra streams on. We've got Void Train already on there. And then Astroneer is on sale that I'm going to pick up. I think I've grabbed one other one, but they'll be on the schedule, so keep your eyes out for that. But other than that, enjoy Thanksgiving. Hopefully see you on Friday for Back in My Day Friday. Jack, thanks again. Appreciate the, well, it's not like the opportunity. It's a public demo. But I appreciate talking to you, and we'll talk to you next time if you've got any questions about the playthrough. Night. See you Friday. Sounds good, man. Looking forward to it. That's it for me. Thanks so much again for coming out, Night. And if you're watching this at a later time, I'm elderb. Take care.